as it's trending, we are doing it and designing a product that is tailored to African culture. Currently, if you look at avatars, for example, in Metaverse, you don't get to see any African attire or something because it wasn't designed with Africans in mind.
Welcome to Africa Business Radio. I am Nonso Mordi. Now today we're talking about entrepreneurship in Nigeria. We're looking at its importance and the challenges as well. Now to talk about this and share his own journey is a man who has never had a CV in his life. Neither has he ever applied for a job. Now at a young age he had transformational ideas that couldn't be confined to traditional norms of a workplace, and in adulthood, his vision has come to life. He is the CEO of Uniccon Group of Companies. He is Chuks Ekwueme. Welcome, Chuks. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Welcome. Thank you, Nonso. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, your profile is truly inspiring, your story. I mean, you don't have a CV and you have never applied for a job. Like, really, never in your life. You've never said, okay, maybe I need extra cash. I should do one job or the other somewhere. So you've never applied at all?
Yeah, it's not like it's something to boast of. Okay. It's just like a kind of the path I have chosen to apply. And somehow I just pictured how I wanted my career to be early enough. You can imagine, like, from after secondary school, someone taught me about stock market, and I learned it so fast I could trade. Wow. Even while I was getting into the university. So I know how to go for the right stock and all of that. So, interesting. So, that early beginning with the tech background, of course, during my secondary school, I was on top of the school, being the best computer student. So for that reason, I was exposed to so many competition, training. So going by that path, so I've always seen myself coming back to tech, production and innovation. So I don't see any employment giving me the opportunity. So I started kind of trying to be enterprising with things around me. You don't just build Rome on a day. So you have to mop up the funding. So I also realized I need some kind of management experience or something. So, but I read a lot of books. I attend a lot of trainings, seminars. Then at some point I had to do a pro bono consultancy. That also built my experience, and I saw myself still performing more than the hands that have been professional in that field. So maybe I would say this is a kind of a skill, and also part of it is dedication. So that was how I started my career and my business journey. And then seeing opportunity, knowing when to jump in at it, and I started also exploring international network early enough. LinkedIn, as far back as 2006 or even more, when it's not so rampant in Nigeria. Skype. So I got early exposure as well. So that has been the journey then downward to where we are today.
Interesting, amazing. Now, how people, entrepreneurs would tell you, oh, there's this moment of epiphany where, okay, let me paint a scenario where just like a light bulb moment, and it comes to you like, this is what I want to do. So share with us, at what point did you realize that entrepreneurship was the path you wanted to tread? Like, what moment did you just wake up and say, oh no, I don't want to work for anybody? I mean, you're taking us through your journey and how, you've said that you want to do this yourself. So what point was it for you?
Okay, growing up, you will not really know exactly how you should go about a thing and what. I had this problem of my parent wanting me to study medicine, and
typical.
It wasn't my thing. But you have the intelligence and everything, so you should be able to. So for the fun of it and the pride, I kept pushing myself to do it, but I see myself not succeeding. So I can tell you at that point, I don't have a clear reason why I should be on my own or something. So, but eventually, I just kept going, saw myself in some other course, and I started. But that vision of I want a setting where I can be innovative, invent something that is not really common, that is not in existence, then have the resources to be able to fund it and push it through production and all that. So I did my sideways in NNPC refinery, Port Harcourt. So I saw settings about how employment is like. Of course, they pay well, but there are things I don't really like about that kind of setting. So that was why where I locked up my mind and look, I can't find myself seeking a job in this kind of setting or even any government setting, no matter how much it pays or otherwise. So yeah, I can do collaboration. I know I have a lot to offer. So let me just start my journey. So right in the university, I just thought one day I should open a company. Okay. So an enterprise company. So whatever I can do with it, let me start nursing something. So that was how the journey started.
Interesting, really interesting one. I mean, your story, like I said before, is really inspiring. Now, let's talk about entrepreneurship as a whole. How much has it evolved in Nigeria, like from when you started to how it is now?
Okay, actually, entrepreneurship is an area that is everly open. It's always open for anyone that wants to go into it. The important thing about that is you should discover the area and discover your opportunity. So that is all about entrepreneurship. You should know what you want to do. And as far as today is concerned, I can tell you there are numerous opportunities in Nigeria. So just for example, look at tech. The opportunity, in fact, has not even been scratched. We've not even explored up to 3%. We keep a kind of exporting this opportunity. Why do you think the West are interested in coming to Nigeria? It's not like the infrastructure is here or it's in Africa. So it is just the opportunity. So it's easy to see good and better opportunity here in Nigeria than even in the West. Look at agriculture. There are a lot of technology that is required. Look, as a matter of fact, Africa has the world's largest arable land, but yet Africa imports a lot. Just a mere crisis in Ukraine is bringing hunger to Africa. So 60% of the world arable land. So what do you think is missing? Is the opportunity, realizing opportunity in agriculture, realizing opportunity in technology to produce massively, so, and also working smartly. So all this is, it has been the drawback of people in going into entrepreneurship in Nigeria. They look at, you must suffer, you must be a millionaire son, you must be a billionaire son. How about the startup? No, you may have a dream to do something, let's say tech, but you don't have all it requires to start. You can start little, even kind of trading little things to raise your capital and know when to quit and pursue the dream. So sometimes it's a step-by-step journey. So and that was how I got here.
Interesting. I mean, I was going to bring that up, but then you've touched on challenges. So, I do agree with you that tech is fast spreading like wildfire because there's a whole lot and we haven't even scratched the surface. And with what you've just said too, it's obvious entrepreneurship is truly important to the future of the Nigerian economy. Now, let's bring it down to you now. How challenging was it for you? Let's start with internal challenges, because I know the entrepreneurship is not a walk in the park. So how was it for you at that point? Internal factors now.
Okay, first of all, I didn't start with tech.
Okay.
Because I have to build foundations first. So I started with any other interior decor consultancy.
Okay.
In fact, at some point, I even taught in mass education center.
Oh wow!
Adult education center, not like a private one.
Okay.
So just to build my exposure to life. And then I was consulting, I was training. At some point, I speak about, I motivate people. I speak about temperament, growing up. Then eventually I have to go into venture, like a kind of partnership, to allow funding, give up ownership for the company as of then, just be one of the co-owner or a director, and traded on gypsum, so like a chemical construction material. Then at some point, I was a consultant in construction chemicals making pro bono consultancy, then grew that company to such a one that can be classified jointly with my partners, that can be classified as a large-scale business in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. So then exploring into agriculture, started exporting large volumes of agriculture to United States, Mexico, Europe, and other parts. So while I'm doing this, I'm building my resources, because I saw opportunity in agriculture. I don't want to do local. I have to add value, and these are highly sorted outside of Nigeria. So I also went into mechanized farming, but that didn't really work out. So it's one of the challenges as well. Sometimes you try. And then I learned to put much investment on research, because before we go into anything we do a lot of research and feasibility study to know whether it's worth a kind of pursuing or not. So, in a nutshell, the challenge I can come up with is challenge of maybe wanting to do more when you have your proof of concept, you have these things working. Just maybe more funding can increase your scale or your production scale. Well, but you don't see those funding in a platter of gold. You don't see the banks are so rigid and all of those. Unlike if you're in a Western country, they look for people like you. You have done B, you have done A, you have done B. If we give you funding, you should do up to Z. So such kind of challenge is there. Now coming to tech, we took our time to tour around the world, look at the standard there, and we say to ourselves, look, we don't have to do this Nigerian factor, African factor. Standard should be standard that should be recognized anywhere in the world, and that was how we started our journey with that perception, and that raised our performance very high. So now bringing our deliverables to the market. At some point, some big organization will say, don't you think you should get this white skin? This xenocentrism was a problem. It's still a problem. It doesn't matter. People locally don't look at your solution. They look at, is there white skin there? So over different people. So just get a white skin and put, even though an Indian that doesn't know anything, let it just be part of it, and people see them and all that. So, but we clearly defined our target, our vision, our mission. So we want to bridge the technology gap in Africa, in Nigeria as well. So it's not even all about the profit of the business. It's all about fulfillment and impartation. So we had that, but we're gradually overcoming it. And we started looking beyond Nigeria. To get our proof of concept more in addition to what we already have. So with that, when the Nigerians start seeing other people valuing what is just behind them or right in front of them, so they will have no option than to succumb. And over time, we have been getting attraction from the West. How can we partner with you? How can we can you sell this idea and all of those? But we have our visions and goals clearly defined. We are here to stay and to help Africa out.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I like that these challenges, it did not set you back, but even pushed you to do more. And I also like the fact that you're not looking at Nigerian or, your standards are global. It's something that it's not just Nigeria that can work with it, but the whole world at large. Now, there's this question that entrepreneurs will ask, people that are starting up, and I would like you to answer as someone who has been in the journey for a long time. Now, when you started, how did you cope with people who do not trust your brand, what it was set out to do, who did not key into the vision? Because, you spoke about, people believing only if they see a white man there. So what did you do? Did you do maybe providing service for free, or you made sure they paid first, something to make them want to stay?
Okay. We at some point, at different points, we use different strategies. Actually, for the tech angle, we use 2 years for ideation, for planning, for development, and then in all, it's just to achieve proof of concept. That is to say, someone comes to you, you say you do this. How can you assure me? How can you guarantee me that you can actually do this? So when that happens, we can show you who we're able to do this. We're able to, for example, before we started making noise or telling the world that, okay, we are making drones from scratch, we're able to make a drone. Like, you come to our labs, you are going to see a drone. So if you're telling me, I say, okay, come. So I have a proof of concept. So at different point, but also a free onboarding was also part of it. Like during the height of cyber attack in Nigeria, at some point we called for national press conference to showcase our CSR, onboarding companies, both government organizations that are vulnerable for free for a particular period. So why they will find their feet, when cyber attack, the wave was there. You can't just get solution under 1 minute or 2 minutes. You may be confused. So before it gets worse or more company get hit, so we offered vulnerable organizations in Nigeria, also beyond Nigeria, and some people took advantage of it. And while they were using it, they saw the clear difference, why they should maintain, why they don't have to segregate or something. So we also show our quality there. Then also impartation, we do mentorship and also impartation. We impart on people, and then we ask them to go and showcase to the world. So, like, for example, we impart on young people, young talents. Some of them we adopt. A lot of people come to our facility for internship. So when they go back to their universities or go back to their different workplace, wow, where did you train? Wow, they're so, I say, oh, is Uniccon in Nigeria? Are you serious? So it's also a way of spreading it. Then rolling out our products, the awareness. And but one thing I must tell you for sure, for all our products, we don't replicate what is already in existence. So they are all innovative. So there's something, 1 or 2, 3 things that have never existed. So it's also a selling point for us.
Yes.
So that proves people, okay, then go get it. Where can you get it? So that is also the attraction point of the West. Some people from the West showing interest on all our projects. We have a lot of fantastic and mind-blowing projects that will showcase at the due time.
Of course, I mean, you that's truly a unique selling point. Not having, there's no replica. You make sure you stand out. Really good of Uniccon Group. Now, before we
sorry. In addition, we are general tech organization, so it means both software and hardware.
Okay.
So because recently we've been getting troops of a lot of research trooping in challenges. Like some farms in Ghana, in Kenya, and this had the same problem with Nigeria. For example, rice farm where birds come in their colony like in thousands, can eat half of their farms, the seeds, and they don't know how to do it because they keep using the traditional way sounds. At some point, birds get used to this sound, so they need technology, and we've been able to design a solution which we are going to produce for them, for example. So we have numbers of projects coming in different from different sectors, not just agro sectors, So this is what we enjoy doing. You understand? So when we do this, it shows our capacity to be able to solve that. So that is generated both in software, artificial intelligence, and we built our facility to be self-hosted, because one of our drive is that there are certain services that you don't get to enjoy or get access to by virtue of being Africa or even Nigeria in technology. So we say to ourselves, no, we should afford Africans the opportunity to get the technology as it's trending. So we don't want to wait until after 3 years where it's no more trending, then it's now rampant. And so that is the problem of Africa. I read an article on metaverse, and they projected $3 trillion opportunity from it between now and the next 5 years. And they say for Africa, they will only tap into $40 billion.
Wow.
So what is the rationale? If you come to numbers, if you come to consumption, we should rate above that.
Yes.
So because they know that we don't have that eagerness, we don't have that capacity, we don't have that to even research. And the worst of it is that nobody have come out or have done something that would say is self-sufficient in that area. Amazon is researching on it. Microsoft is currently researching on it. Apple is researching on it. Even Google as well. So that Facebook that started doing something and all this. So why? So, but as I talk to you, Uniccon Group has even achieved a very tangible milestone on that too. So we pay ourselves as it's trending. We are doing it and designing a product that is tailored to African culture. Currently, if you look at avatars, for example, in metaverse, you don't get to see any African attire or something because it wasn't designed with Africans in mind. So, but when we're doing our products, for example, they can have their Europe version. We have our African version. Africa will feel that sense of belonging in technology. So you will be forced to follow our trend or forced to want to give us a try. So from the angle of innovation.
That's interesting. I mean, I agree with Uniccon. I do agree with the fact that Africa as a whole, we have not really keyed into, selling ourselves. We rather buy into the European, or should I say the Western standard. Now, with that being said, would you say Nigeria, let me rephrase it. Is Nigeria a good breeding ground for upcoming tech entrepreneurs? We have policies that come up each day and so many other things.
Okay, that is the problem. Right now, Nigeria is not really clear on what she wants in technology.
Yes,
because you will see this ministry come up with this rule. There shouldn't be harsh regulations for technology, being that Nigeria is a baby company. Let me tell you, government should partner with private players in technology. That's how it's being done in developed countries, like even the US. For example, the elections of the US, it was Microsoft that detected threats or hackers from the Iranians and all that, and warned and told the look, we saw this, take cognizance of that. Microsoft and Google have more data than the US government. As a result of their exposure to business and handling thousands of people. So they are friends to the government of the United States. They help the government solve certain problems that on and on the government should not solve. Like the cyber solution the CIA is using. They bought it from PayPal for $10 billion. So why do they have to start creating a team that would develop their own or something? So, but we have a bill. That's why NIDA was created. But the question is that, are they functioning? NIDA is supposed to regulate and make sure that all government agencies or other organizations that the technology they use, they should first of all explore home-based technology. So before looking outside, only when it's not available locally. And also, what is the security of those technology? What is the standard? What is the quality? So they are supposed to be a kind of playing that regulatory role, but it's not really implemented. Even government themselves go for technology, they import abroad, leaving the local. So how are they going to succeed? So we need a government, and we encourage the government to really take it serious. That is the only way it will encourage more entrepreneurs to do more. When you have products, you see sometimes people have to go around hawking their product. There was a young boy that is very talented, he has been hawking his products, his talent to people, marketing to politicians. Unfortunately, he couldn't find help anywhere. The best someone could do for him just to sponsor him for a course, and that he's still being fed by his parent. So it shouldn't be, if it's a country flooded by entrepreneurs, active players. He should get himself fixed somewhere. We have some people that came. Should you train people in this area in artificial intelligence and robotics? Then you employ them because we don't have where to employ them. So if we train 1,000 people, and so how will they, where there are no players, where they will plug themselves in.
Yeah.
So it has to be balanced.
Yes,
it has to be balanced. So you have the expertise is there, then the market availability and the collaboration, the research institute have to be there to keep releasing the libraries to younger to other entrepreneurs that are not privileged to research. So it's a chain, okay?
Yes.
So that's why we cannot exist as maybe just one kind of have one line of production. So we're able to establish all round tech, have our cloud server, have this, have that, have our equipment, have our STEM laboratory, the artificial intelligence laboratory, the robotics, then have our IoT server launch platform, which will officially launch very soon, the first of its kind in Africa. So, and you go on and on.
Amazing. Kudos to Uniccon Group. I mean, you guys are rapidly gaining ground as, one of Nigeria's most innovative tech startups. And I like that you're not just focused on one aspect, but then it's a group of companies that does, everything tech, STEM and the rest. Now, for those listening that want to reach out, how would we reach out to Uniccon Group? What services do you offer? I mean, I know you've mentioned your unique selling point, and it's truly amazing. And you spoke about training and the rest, but then still speak to us about Uniccon Group.
Okay, Uniccon Group, especially from the aspect of technology, our core mission right now is to bridge the technology gap in Nigeria and Africa. So we started a campaign, even touring African countries to also make our awareness of what we can do. And time without numbers, we've told the press that we are not in competition with any local entrepreneurs or organization, because we already few. Why should we fight ourselves? So, and we are available to support in terms of training, mentorship, or any privilege information or anything we have that will help more players in the industry, because that is how it ought to be, and you will see massive growth. So we have all-round technology as it applies to, be it agriculture, as it applies to software solutions, like we have the largest we're planning, and it's on the pipeline. We've launched for sellers. Sellers are currently onboarding the largest made in African products e-market platform, where only made in African products will be there. And believe me, there are AI features in it. We have the computer vision features, so it is very robust. So that is one of its kind. Then in terms of hardwares, we have the drones technology. We are making all different grades of categories of drone that can solve problems. Which one of its kind we are making something for the agriculture to solve their problems. Then also in healthcare, whereby with a simple device you can track your health, you can manage your health at a very lower cost. So like cancer, you have diabetes and all that. So technology, artificial intelligence is growing in those areas, and if you watch, that's what the likes of America, everybody is venturing into. So we have solutions in that area. Then like general STEM, our own kind of STEM is well balanced for the biochemistry and chemistry. We have a very equipped lab for artificial intelligence in those areas: chemistry, forensics, studies, electrophoresis, and all of that. So we also have our cloud server configurations, where we render service as a platform as a service, then virtual machine for both IoT and server. Then data, we have data science team in our team. So then above all, we are building some big project to prove a concept on all of this technology. So, but our strength is on artificial intelligence. That is the advanced technology. Then on metaverse, we help project go NFTs. That is another direction of the world resources, because So we must not be left behind.
Yes.
So
definitely.
we are making platforms for NFT transactions for Africans.
Yes, interesting.
So yeah.
I mean, you have
products on fintechs as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Fintechs, office automation, like whereby you can have all the team work effortless from be it remotely, and they can collaborate just in one window. Everything that has to do with office, accounting, everything in one window. Beyond that, we also have products for customer profiling. We learned that for the financial institutions, which like people like even CBN, the banks, even the security agencies can use to profile.
Okay.
Advanced profiling, actually, credit scoring. And so many. Our website is uniccongroup.com, www.uniccongroup.com. So right there, they can link to our different products.
Okay, and see how to
landing page. Yeah, and our phone number is also there.
All right.
So, and our social media, they can follow us at uniccongroup.com. We have over 10 products, so from Uniccon Group, they can navigate.
Interesting. All right. Thank you so much, Chuks, for coming on the show and sharing your journey with us. I mean, it's like I said, it's truly an inspiring one, and I believe that Uniccon Group and yourself too have so much more aside this that you're going to offer to Nigeria and the world at large.
Thank you so much, Nonso.
Okay, that was Chuks Ekwueme, CEO of Uniccon Group of Companies. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for more.